Hello and welcome to Nene Overland YouTube channel. This is Behind the Scenes with Nene. This is a new YouTube kind of series that we're going to be doing that's going to be all about these lovely Defenders that I have behind me, all of the kind of stories and the goings on of what we do here at Nene Overland. Now, my first task really, when I came in to see these Defenders, every single Defender seemed to have a completely different story to be told about it. Which brings me on to the point of asking, what makes these cars so damn special? I've come to a conclusion because what I think it is, let's just say that you go and buy a VW Polo, or if you really wanted to, you went and bought a Nissan Duke. Well, these cars have extremely predictable histories. You can imagine the VW has been driven by a teenager, putting a handbrake, trying to impress a fellow lady friend. And this is why I think the Defender is special. Because a Defender could have sat outside Chelsea, London the entire time, could have been a workhorse on someone's farm, or it could have crossed the plains of Africa. Each Defender has a different story to tell. And then when you come and you look around and you buy one, you are then adding to that story. And it can be your story. It can turn into a pop top. It can have full custom interior and make it look however you want to inside. It's now your story to tell. So that's it. I think that's why they're so special, because these cars are like a metal box of memories. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you the history of the Defender, because we all know the history. It's iconic. If you really want to go and have a look at where the Defender came from the Series 1, Series 2, all the way up to where we are now, then YouTube it. You can find examples of it. What I'm interested in is why this car is still so special and is still so relevant on the roads. Which brings me nicely on to us here at Nene Overland. Now, some of these guys have been fixing Defenders for generations. They can turn Defenders into ones like this, into full pop-top camping Defenders. They can have full custom kitchens in the back, and you can even pop in a V8 engine if you really want to. And trust me, I've driven one of those. They're pretty damn fun. So what I think we should do is we should go have a word with the main man himself, the boss, the managing director of Nene Overland. Let's go and ask him, how exactly did all of this come to be? Right, so Andrew, the main question I want to ask you is, obviously I've spoken about how special these Defenders are, but the one thing I want to know is, where did it all begin? We can have a walk and we can have a look round.
Okay, where did it all begin? Well, yes, here we are at Manor Farm, Aylesworth.
Yep.
So of course it began here, because I was running a farming business all those years ago, 36 years ago.
Yep.
But I was looking for something I could do alongside the farm. I was buying, selling farm machinery.
Yep.
And I thought, let's have a go at buying an old Land Rover, doing it up, using it for harvest, and then maybe sell it in the winter time.
Yep.
And see what happens. So back in 1988, that's where it all started. And of course, we've gone a long way since then, because here we are today with Nene Overland, and this lovely amount of stock that we're walking through now, and of course a great team of people behind it.
So With the first Defender you done, was it something you done yourself and then you got other people involved?
I used to have a part-time mechanic
Yep.
who worked on the farm, and I'm a very hands-on guy anyway. So all the work was done by myself and Dougie
Yep.
all those years ago, which was tidying them up, painting them. It was series Land Rovers in the early days, from the sort of 70s kind of arena really. And then we progressed from there.
So obviously you can see the crazy amount of stock we've got behind. When it comes to the kind of, obviously what we're going to do with these vlogs is we're going to meet the team. We're going to meet everybody behind Nene, and that is one of the main things. But obviously the amount of experience these guys have got is what I've been highlighting. Can you talk a little bit about kind of where you met them, some of the guys here?
Well, I suppose one of the things I've had to respect over all these years, these 36 years, is that you only get experience over time. And we are really fortunate to have a lot of people in our team who've been with me for a long time, some up to nearly 20 years.
Wow.
And of course, over these years, they've all gained in experience, knowledge and ability, just as I have. And of course, we can pass all that on to our customers.
Yeah. So when you buy a car from Nene Overland, it's having the experience of these people that know these Defenders like the back of their hand.
Yeah, in fact, we've got quite a few guys in the business who are also enthusiasts, just as I am. And because they're passionate and they're interested, they're going to learn and have far more ability. And right through with the business, we're so unique because, of course, we've got a very large body shop. And on top of that, of course, we've got our engineering and fabrication, the general workshop, and all the experience and knowledge about the vehicles as we go.
So that's what I'm going to be showing behind the scenes on these videos, is the fabrication, the custom interior. We've got pop tops that you're talking about, putting on different cars. There's developments always happening here with these cars. There's like so many different things going on.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, people are coming here every day. I suppose I take it for granted a little bit because I've got so many different projects going on all the time, whether it's large petrol V8 installs, the pop-top conversions, building all the cabinetry, water and electrical kind of solutions to go with the campers that we do for people that travel around the world or go off with their families camping in the Peak District. Specialist fabrication for unique kind of jobs for commercial applications, and it just goes on.
So with that list, I'm going to end it with that list because that's perfect. So what I wanted to do is I want you to subscribe to the channel if you've not already and you're kind of looking at this for the first time. We're going to have consistent episodes coming up all about everything Andrew just listed off, and we're going to dive into each area and see the behind the scenes of what everything's done. So click that like button, click that subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode.